Watch out, because Nellie Lange talks about things that will blow your mind. You should watch it right away if you haven't already, because she makes such good points. It's pretty, I guess. Binance doesn't see it that way at all. What makes you think that Binance just changed its billion-dollar emergency fund to US dollars? We paid $1 billion for a stable, government-controlled USD coin, and that's before we even saw the movies by Nellie Lange. There is a play area for everyone. Now there's no going back. Happened on November 3rd, 2018, which is only a few months ago. Remember how we talked about how they're all in this Brackring house together? Hi, Nellie. Gary Michael Barr worked at Ripple in 2015 already. Everything has been thought out over a very long time, and the dominoes are about to start their slow fall. I'll get to it right away. It would be very much appreciated. Let's watch Nellie Lange's first movie right away. If you guys took the time to do it, hit it. That's right, Nellie Leon, always the same words. Because of these two changes, there are now two possible systems that could use better wiring. When they realize this is just basic infrastructure, like when the plumbing is fixed, they'll say, hey, we're a lot like plumbers, even though we're making plumbing much better. I like to think of myself as a plumber for the world's banking system. Tokenization is our second most important goal after fast money payment methods. And I think that if we combine these two technical systems with the newest rules in the US, we can make sure that the currency stays stable, speed up adoption, and will bring the US up to date. Regarding money and the payment system, I believe that this new system would have important economic benefits in addition to making payments faster. I will talk about these benefits. Finally, I'd like to point out that there is a reason to modernize payments right now. Many other countries are using new payment technologies to further their own economic and strategic goals. They are talking about Nellie Lange switching to a new system, improving the new system, and making rules for it so that it can be used more quickly. Wow. And don't forget that it all comes down to being able to pay your bills. I've been saying this on this station for a very long time. Listen to her talk about taking risks, switching to a new system, moving to counterparty risk, and liquidity costs. Stability and money matters will be important and play a big part. To say it again, everything happened today. In the US, payment can take a few days. You already know that payments made across borders are even more expensive. Because of these issues, one main reason why the current payment system doesn't work well is that there is usually a delay between when you make a non-cash payment and when the funds are sent. In this case, payments don't settle in real time, and during that time, they have to pay for liquidity and counterparty risks. For both senders and receivers, getting funds takes time and costs a lot of money. They are also hard to get in touch with. Taking into account how hard it is to move money between banks in these groups, since payments don't seem to be working well for these reasons, there are two ways to go about it. This is done by retail fast payment systems by making the processes for moving value between data layers more efficient. This is the first step towards making things better. There are two different ways to make a system better. The first way is to get rid of the current system of separate databases and switch to a new one where all the data is saved on a single ledger. This is what tokenized money is. This is what you heard. Ripple and BIS are working together. Let's go. And points to Ripple. In the first show of today, she criticizes Ripple for working on its stablecoin. This has something to do with the BII's efforts, right? Based on what she says in this section, B spiraled, they had been working on this for a long time. As I already said, safe currencies are mostly used to trade cryptocurrencies and aren't yet used to pay for things. But a payment service that isn't a bank just put out a stablecoin that stores can try to use. You can see that this is the way to go. A non-bank payment service is currently trying to set up a stablecoin for businesses, but groups like the BISM Innovation Hub are putting in a lot of work to look into tokenization for private companies and central banks to use for cross-border payments. I don't understand how a well-regulated stablecoin produced by a non-bank could work. In Eileen, things are going so fast that I can't believe it. As she talks in 2024, things are already getting pretty bad. Things will get a lot worse in 2025. Once more, a stablecoin that is regulated and released by a non-bank. She goes on to name a few countries where Ripple has had a big effect, along with many parts of those countries. We're joining, but countries like Thailand, India, and Brazil have shown that these payment systems can grow quickly if they have the right infrastructure. Let me say that again. I guess tokenization is a bit more general. Many people haven't used stablecoins for payments yet, but this could include tokenized transfers made by banks that are what we'd call well-regulated. If not, you probably don't have as much to do with it in real life. The central bank would hold this tokenized money on a shared ledger that everyone can see. It would include stablecoins released by non-banks and some digital assets. On the joint ledger, they can send money to each other. It can be done in one step or several steps, and it happens right away. Due to the fact that the balance sheets are no longer kept in different databases, payments will once again be quick and error-free. Yes, this is really stupid. Also, guys, please know that I value each and every one of you. Please let me know what you think in the comments. There's more to this than just going down. Need more video? Here it is, Nelly. We'll break it down, but Binance is changing $1 billion into something else. Something is going around behind closed doors where I am. People who work on doors, please write your thoughts in the spot below. But they know what's going to happen. They know what's going to happen. To understand them, just listen to how they talk. And in case you missed our last film, look at it now. Please go ahead and check that out. It was uploaded in just a few hours, but this is crazy. After we got there and kept doing this, Brad Garlinghouse said some things that we talked about in the last film. Oh no, this whole thing is going to depend on you, and I have no idea where to begin. We want to reach this goal, and we think there's a good chance it will be great for Ripple.